Alright, sounds good. Let's check him out. He is a tank, rather large walker. And he has the ability to burrow, as you can see from the very large drills on the back. And he also leaves a temporary tunnel that allies can travel through. When he dies, he gains a second chance to recover with his rampage ability. Instead of dying, he goes on a rampage and gets a shield. When he gets max fury, it heals him. If the shield breaks, he dies. That tunneling ability. Loot, whenever he passes over scrap, he heals. Cleave, which allows him to do massive damage to groups of infantry. He's rather effective against that because he's so large and he has those claws. And of course he has critical strike, which every 6 melee attack has a devastating blow, dealing damage in a circle area. They seem to really like that devastating blow. Also, it does armor piercing damage, which means it's good against vehicles. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, that tunnel also does armor piercing damage. It also does damage on arrival and knock back in a circle. And you can face the enemies for a duration. Doctrine is even longer wall, which when the Madred is deployed, the buff duration of wall is increased. He has really high offense, decent amount of defense, average utility, average difficulty. He's a bit tactical. I mean, you can play him tactical, but you can also just throw him at your enemies and hope he kills everyone. Level 1 is the presence, 2 is skulls, 3 is hit and run, which Kilicons have a shield when they have a full load of rockets and increased speed when they have none. That's rather interesting. That's really interesting. That changed your gameplay drastically. 4 is skulls, 5 is the portrait, 6 is paint, 7 is more skulls, 8 is the hit and run as an army doctrine, 10 is mastery skin, and 9 is mastery skin, and 10 is hero mark. I couldn't see that because the color scheme was a bit off. Alright, let's see what his mastery skin looks like. Is that his mastery skin? I don't see a difference. Okay, it's a bit spikier. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I see it. It has extra armor and it's a bit spikier. Alright. Let's go to the next one. The Markanaut, and of course, Big Mech Wazmaka. Let's go to Markanaut first. That's a big walker. A super heavy walker that excels at protecting itself and allies. Creates a custom force field that absorbs shots in a large area. He can fire his claw and recall it. Essentially like a rocket punch, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, it's essentially a rocket punch. It does damage and then comes back, which allows you to pull enemies toward you. It's kind of cool. Of course, his custom force field. Which is made from scrap, it looks like. It also causes damage over time in the circle of the force field. If they're inside the force field, it damages them. Enables the Mega Blast ability, which each shot reduces the health of the main shield, but spawns a smaller force field on impact. Gretchen Repair Squad. Of course, he has a lot of Gretchens to repair him. So instead of going back to base, he can just get healed there. They don't seem to heal him very fast though. For each, it also gains charges every 10 seconds? It doesn't say. But it does say for every charge he summons a squad of Gretchens to repair itself, causing healing over time. And they can be given out of order, so they're actual units. Loot, of course, he generates. Oh, he loots scrap and generates a charge of repair squad. Okay, alright, that makes sense. And he's also a reinforcement point, which is rather big when you have an army of orcs. They can reinforce around him. Alright, Beauty's presence is beta repair, which when deployed, Gretchen's repair way faster, and the target takes reduced incoming damage. Sorry about that. I need to talk more effectively. Let's look at his skins, because I know he has a few of them. His mastery skin. Alright, that's pretty cool. And of course the big custom, which is free with pre-orders. I've already talked about pre-orders. I do like I can use it during the beta, that's pretty nice. Also, does look rather nice. Okay, level 1 is of course the beta repair. Level 2 is skulls. Level 3 is a custom force field, which means wall tower spawns a barrier that absorbs shots while the wall ability is channeling. Once you hit level 8, you can use it as an armor doctrine. Level 4 is skulls. Level 5 is the Beauty de Marquinat portrait. 6 paint, 7 more skulls, 8 is the army doctrine, 9 is the mastery skin, and 10 is the hero mark. As you can see, he has a lot of offense, a lot of defense, a decent amount of utility, and also a lot of difficulty. That's essentially because he's a mobile siege base that can heal himself and other vehicles with Gretchens, and also reinforce with reinforced infantry with his passive. Alright, let's go look at Wazmaka. Looks pretty nice. Most of his body is mechanical. He's ranged infantry support that excels at supporting. He can use a tractor beam that allows him to pull allies as well as enemies. Alright. It also deals damage to enemies. Orbital scrap causing junk from orbit, generating scrap, which is good for the orcs. It also causes damage in a circle. Scrap turrets. He upgrades the nearest 5 piles of scrap into turrets that can automatically engage turrets or targets. That's rather nice. And turrets expire if the ability ends or if the scrap they are on is destroyed. Of course, he has the loot ability, which allows him to loot scrap and generate charges of orbital scrap. He's heavily a support unit. Like, he doesn't have a lot of offense or defense. He's just there to generate scrap and turrets. And it also grants a shield, the attractor beam. And of course his presence is scrap turrets. When he's deployed, wrecks left by your units are temporarily upgraded into scrap turrets that can automatically engage turrets. Targets, not turrets, sorry. Alright, level 2 is skulls. Level 3 is scrap site. All destroyed structures, vehicles, and squads temporarily provide vision in a circle around the last position. That's kind of nice. Level 4 is skulls. Level 5 is big mech Wazmaka portrait. 6 is paint. 7 more skulls. Command. Scrap site. Mastery skin. Hero mark. Let's look at his mastery skin. He also has a lot of difficulty because he's such a support unit. Like, you can't just throw him at the enemy and hope to win. You gotta play him tactically and try to keep him alive. He's a bit shinier. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm going to be giving one on Outlaw rather soon. I'm Riverman22, thank you guys for watching.